The boxing world was sent reeling when a grainy video surfaced online, showcasing a heated sparring session between two titans of the sport, FLOYD Mayweather, the undefeated champion with a legendary defense, and Gervonta "Tank" Davis, the young gun with thunderous punching power. What started as a routine training session quickly escalated into a war of attrition, and the leaked footage captured the shocking aftermath, a clean knockout of Mayweather by Davis. The video, filmed from a hidden vantage point, showed the early rounds being a classic Mayweather showcase. Danced around the ring, making Davis miss with frustrating ease. He was predictable, Davis later said in an interview. He was just doing his old stuff. The shoulder roll, the back foot, was like he was stuck on repeat. But as the rounds wore on, a shift became evident. Davis, known for his relentless pressure, began to wear down Mayweather. Frustration crept into FLOYD's movements, and a slight hesitation opened a door. Then, it happened. Davis uncorked a vicious left hook that caught Mayweather flush on the chin. The impact sent the champion crashing to the canvas, his eyes wide with shock. The referee didn't even bother with a count. The internet exploded. Fans were divided. Some, shocked by the dethronement of their idol, questioned the legitimacy of the video. Others reveled in the changing of the guard, celebrating the arrival of a new king. But the most talked about aspect was Gervonta Davis's reaction. Gone were the days of the respectful pupil. Davis, now a free agent after a public falling out with Mayweather's promotional company, held a press conference that sent shockwaves. He strutted in, a championship belt slung over his shoulder, a wide grin plastered on his face. "The money man, more like the old man," Davis quipped, drawing laughter from the assembled media. "Let me tell you all something," he continued, his voice laced with a newfound swagger. "That video ain't even close to how bad it was for FLOYD in there. He was slow, his reflexes were shot. I was toying with him like a cat with a yarn ball." The accusations didn't stop there. Davis launched a full-blown verbal assault on Mayweather's legacy. He called himself the best ever. The best at what? Running away? He couldn't even touch me. One punch, that's all it took. One punch to expose the myth. The boxing community was abuzz. FLOYD Mayweather, the man who had retired undefeated, the defensive genius who had frustrated opponents for years, was getting dismantled by a young upstart in sparring. Was Davis right? Was Mayweather truly past his prime? Mayweather, uncharacteristically silent for days, finally broke his silence on social media. The post was short and cryptic. "Time waits for no man. Even the best get old." This single sentence fueled the fire further. Was it an admission of decline? Or a veiled threat, hinting at a possible comeback fight against Davis? The drama didn't end there. Trainers from both camps came forward with their own narratives. Mayweather's team claimed it was a fluke punch, and that FLOYD was merely taking it easy on his younger sparring partner. Davis's camp countered that the video didn't lie, and that Tank was ready to replicate the feat in a real fight.
I had a chance to spar. Only did like probably 4 rounds because I wasn't in no shape. Boxing gym don't count. You're there to make your mistakes in a boxing gym. So just with me being 40 years old, working with a young, youthful fighter there to grow and to get better and help guys get better. And I want guys that's sharp help me get better.
Tell FLOYD to get on live. Tell him show where he at. You owe them people over in Dubai that money. Tell him to get on live right now.
The boxing world held its breath as FLOYD Mayweather, the undefeated champion with a legendary defense, finally addressed the leaked sparring video that sent shockwaves through the sport. The footage, grainy and unauthorized, depicted a shocking scene. A young Gervonta "Tank" Davis landing a clean knockout blow on the seemingly invincible Mayweather. Public opinion was a whirlwind. Fans, divided in their loyalties, debated the authenticity of the video and its implications. Some questioned Mayweather's invincibility, while others scoffed at the idea of a single sparring session reflecting his true abilities. But the most provocative element was Gervonta Davis's response. Davis, free from Mayweather's promotional company after a public dispute, reveled in the spotlight. He held a press conference dripping with disrespect, mocking Mayweather's age and legacy. "The money man, more like the old man," Davis quipped, his words laced with venom. He boasted about dominating the sparring session, claiming Mayweather was shot and couldn't even touch him. This verbal barrage couldn't be ignored. The boxing world, accustomed to Mayweather's calculated silence, waited with bated breath for his response. Finally, after days of speculation, Mayweather took to social media. His message was short and ominous. Time waits for no man. Even the best get old. This cryptic statement fueled the fire further. Was it a concession of decline or a veiled threat of a comeback fight? The silence didn't last long. Mayweather, known for his shrewd business sense, recognized an opportunity. He called a press conference, a spectacle guaranteed to generate massive pay-per-view numbers. Stepping into the spotlight, a steely glint in his eyes, Mayweather addressed the controversy head-on. "Let me be clear," he began, his voice laced with a familiar, controlled anger. "That video doesn't define me. I've made mistakes, sure. I took it easy on him, thinking I could show him the ropes. Big mistake." He paused, letting the weight of his words sink in. "Floyd Mayweather doesn't lose. Not in the ring, not ever." The room crackled with anticipation. Mayweather, with a predatory grin, continued. "Gervonta Davis wants a fight. He got one. He wants to disrespect a legend. He'll get schooled. This ain't about proving anything to anyone. This is about reminding that young pup who runs this game." The announcement sent shockwaves through the boxing world. A rematch, years after Mayweather's supposed retirement, was a dream come true for fight fans. The narrative had shifted. This wasn't just about a young lion challenging the old guard. This was about redemption, about a legend reclaiming his throne. The media swarmed Mayweather with questions. "Are you concerned about your age?" a reporter asked. Mayweather chuckled. "Age is just a number. Experience, that's what separates champions from contenders. And trust me, Gervonta Davis is no champion." He elaborated on his training regime, detailing his rigorous schedule and renewed focus. "I'm hungrier now than ever," he declared. "I'm coming back to show the world why they call me the Money Man." Boxing community reacted with a mix of excitement and skepticism. Could Mayweather, at an advanced age, recapture his former glory? Or was this a desperate attempt to cling to past success? Only time would tell. One thing was certain. The Mayweather-Davis rematch was the most anticipated fight in years. The leaked video, once a symbol of Mayweather's vulnerability, had become the catalyst for his grand return. The boxing world watched with bated breath as the two fighters prepared to settle their score, not just in the ring, but in the court of public opinion.
I already knew about all that though. Once Gervonta fucked Floyd Mayweather's daughter, and that's not even a secret. That's not something I'm exposing.
You gotta have your brain. That's more important than anything. Fuck the money. Your health is more important than anything. The name of the game is to hit and not get hit. I was the best at doing it, and I'm gonna continue to teach these young fighters to dish it out and not take it. And then when your career is over, take your money, invest it right, so you can have something. These people don't give a fuck about us. I'm gonna know that once your career is over. Muhammad Ali was in a fight game, was at the top of his game, kicking their ass. They hated him. When he can barely walk and talk, that's when they loved him.
The anticipated rematch between Floyd Money Mayweather and Gervonta Tank Davis was on the verge of becoming a reality. The leaked sparring video, showcasing a shocking knockout of Mayweather by Davis, had ignited a firestorm of controversy. However, a new twist emerged, threatening to derail the entire spectacle: Floyd Mayweather's health. Whispers about Mayweather's condition began circulating after a routine medical examination. Sources close to the camp revealed that the undefeated champion was experiencing some concerning symptoms, including headaches, dizziness, and occasional memory lapses. An MRI scan painted a clearer picture: early signs of concussion and potential chronic traumatic encephalopathy, CTE, a degenerative brain condition linked to repeated blows to the head. The news sent shockwaves through the boxing world. Fans, already divided over the legitimacy of the leaked video, were now grappling with the possibility of a serious health issue plaguing their idol. Experts weighed in, expressing concern about the dangers of Mayweather returning to the ring at his age, especially with a potential brain injury. Mayweather, ever the showman, called a press conference to address the rumors head-on. He appeared subdued, a stark contrast to his usual bravado. "Look," he began, his voice raspy, "I'm not gonna lie. The doctors found some stuff. It ain't ideal, but I'm a fighter. I've always fought through pain." He downplayed the severity of his condition, claiming it was a minor concussion sustained during training. Probably from that overhand right Davis landed. However, Mayweather's demeanor spoke volumes. He stumbled over his words at times, his eyes flickering with a hint of uncertainty. When a reporter pressed him about the potential long-term consequences of fighting with a head injury, Mayweather bristled. "I don't need lectures," he snapped. "I know the risks. This is my career, my legacy on the line. Nobody's going to tell me when to hang up my gloves." The press conference did little to quell the growing unease. Boxing commentators and fans alike expressed their reservations. "It's not worth the risk," pleaded a former champion during a televised interview. "Floyd's health is more important than any fight." Social media echoed these concerns. with many urging Mayweather to prioritize his well-being over a potential payday. Within Mayweather's own camp, cracks began to show. Members of his team, who had previously championed the comeback fight, now expressed their reservations. Trainers worried about his ability to withstand the grueling training regimen, let alone the punishment of a professional bout. Mayweather, however, remained resolute. He retreated from the public eye, focusing on a battery of medical tests and a specially designed training program aimed at mitigating the risks. He hired a renowned neurologist to monitor his condition and create a safe training environment. "I'm not stupid," Mayweather confided in a close friend. "I know I gotta be smart about this, but I ain't backing down from no challenge, especially not from that young punk Davis." The pressure mounted with each passing day. Nevada State Athletic Commission, responsible for sanctioning professional boxing matches, announced they would be conducting a thorough medical review of Mayweather before granting him a license to fight. The rematch, once a surefire moneymaker, now hung in the balance.
They said, Floyd, $500 million for 36 minutes.
My health is my wealth. Muhammad Ali was great, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be like that. I quit when I wanted to quit.
Right.
I was in control of my career. You know, when fighters got to fight when they don't want to, that's not a good feeling. No money is worth my health. I want to make sure that I eat the right foods, because I take care of my body. You know, even since I've been out here, I make sure, you know, I go for a jog, probably.
World collectively held its breath as the news finally broke. The highly anticipated rematch between Floyd Money Mayweather and Gervonta Tank Davis was officially a go. Leaked sparring video, which depicted a shocking knockout of Mayweather by Davis, had served as the catalyst for this explosive showdown. However, the road to this agreement was paved with controversy and lingering concerns about Mayweather's health. Following the revelation of Mayweather's potential concussion and early signs of CTE, the boxing community was engulfed in a fierce debate. Fans grappled with their desire to witness a legendary clash and their genuine worry for the well-being of a boxing icon. Medical experts voiced their concerns about the dangers of Mayweather returning to the ring, especially at his age and with a head injury. Mayweather, however, remained undeterred. He emerged from a period of focused training and medical evaluations, a steely resolve etched on his face. He addressed the doubters in a televised interview, his voice laced with a familiar, icy calm. "They can question my health. They can doubt my skills," he said, his gaze fixed on the camera. "But one thing's for sure, come fight night, I'll be in that ring, and Gervonta Davis will wish he never stepped foot in it." The Nevada State Athletic Commission, after conducting a rigorous medical review, finally granted Mayweather a license to fight. However, they stipulated stricter protocols, including additional neurological testing throughout training and increased scrutiny during the fight itself. These concessions, along with a hefty insurance payout, paved the way for the official contract signing. The press conference announcing the finalized agreement was a spectacle in itself. Mayweather, dressed in a sharp pinstripe suit, exuded an air of quiet confidence. Davis, across the table, oozed youthful swagger, a stark contrast to his more seasoned opponent. The customary pre-fight trash talk was electrifying. "Floyd's a walking time capsule," Davis taunted, a smirk playing on his lips. "He's past his prime, a faded champion clinging to past glories. I'm going to expose him for good this time." Mayweather, unfazed by the bravado, leaned forward, his voice a low rumble. "You think that lucky punch in sparring means something, kid? You think you can rattle me with your empty threats? In the ring, there's only one thing that matters: skill. And on that night, you'll be facing the best damn boxer the world has ever seen." The tension in the room was thick enough to cut with a knife. This wasn't just a fight. It was a clash of egos, a battle between a legend determined to protect his legacy and a young gun hungry for the top spot. Media swarmed both fighters with questions. Mayweather, ever the businessman, highlighted the financial windfall the fight would generate. "This is more than just a fight," he declared. "This is a spectacle. The world wants to see this, and they're going to pay a hefty price to witness history." Davis, however, remained focused on the fight itself. "Money won't save him in the ring," he countered. "I'm coming for him, and this time, I'm not leaving anything to chance." The upcoming fight between Floyd Money Mayweather and Gervonta Tank Davis promises to be a spectacle, not just for the in-ring action, but for the story simmering beneath the surface. It isn't just a clash of styles. It's the culmination of a fractured relationship that has soured from mentorship to bitter rivalry. In the early days of Gervonta Davis's professional career, the scene was vastly different. Davis, a young fighter brimming with raw talent, caught the eye of the undefeated champion, FLOYD Mayweather. Mayweather, at the peak of his powers, saw potential in the young prospect and brought him under the Mayweather Promotions banner. Gervonta had something special, Mayweather recalled in a recent interview. He was fast, powerful, and hungry to learn. I saw a bit of myself in him back then. This period likely involved countless hours in the gym, Mayweather imparting his defensive wizardry and strategic acumen onto his protégé. Davis, in turn, benefited from Mayweather's guidance and access to the elite training environment offered by the champion's camp. However, cracks began to show as Davis matured and established himself as a force in the boxing world. His confidence grew, and whispers of frustration started to leak from the Mayweather Promotions camp. Hunter wanted more control, a former member of the team revealed anonymously. He was chomping at the bit for bigger fights, and FLOYD wasn't necessarily on the same page. The simmering tension eventually boiled over, culminating in a public falling out and Davis's departure from Mayweather Promotions. It wasn't a smooth break, Davis admitted in a press conference years later. There were disagreements and things were said that probably shouldn't have been. This public split marked a turning point in their relationship. The respect and camaraderie of their earlier days were replaced by animosity. The leaked sparring video, where Davis landed a shocking knockout blow on Mayweather, became the catalyst for a full-blown war of words. No longer the respectful pupil, reveled in the spotlight. The money man. More like the old man, he quipped at a press conference, a comment that sent shockwaves through the boxing community. He went on to mock Mayweather's age and legacy, claiming the knockout was a reflection of his waning skills. Mayweather, known for his calculated silence, eventually responded. He acknowledged his mistakes in the sparring session, downplaying it as a lapse in focus while mentoring Davis. However, a steely glint returned to his eyes as he announced his return to the ring for a rematch with Davis. Gervonta wants a fight. He got one, declared Mayweather. He wants to disrespect a legend. He'll get schooled. This ain't about proving anything to anyone. This is about reminding that young pup who runs this game. The comments from both camps highlight the dramatic shift in their dynamic. Mayweather, once the mentor, now seeks to reassert his dominance over his former pupil. Davis, fueled by ambition and a desire to prove himself, is determined to dethrone the legend who once guided him. The upcoming fight transcends the usual pre-fight hype. It's a battle of egos, a clash of generations, and a story of a once promising mentorship gone sour. Will FLOYD Mayweather, the aging champion, manage to reclaim his glory against the young gun hungry for the top spot? Or will Gervonta Davis write his own chapter in boxing history by pulling off the unthinkable and defeating his former mentor? Fans are eagerly awaiting Fight Night to witness the culmination of this complex and fascinating rivalry.